and I'm not sure if it's available at FragranceNet, but if it is, I'll leave a link below, or not. Hey guys, it's Sydney. I hope you've all been well. I know it's been a crazy time continuing for all of us, but hopefully you're having a great hot summer, and I'm here today with some new fragrance purchases. And honestly, this has got to be one of my favorite hauls yet. I picked up a lot of amazing fragrances, some I didn't know about, some I wanted to let you know to keep an eye out for, and yeah, so let's just get into it. I'll read you the notes like I do, and let's get started. So the first fragrance I have here is BCBG Max Azaria, or Azaria I should say, and this I've actually had my eye on for a really long time. It comes in the original, and then it comes in the gold, which is I think called Bon Chic, and then a purple that is also in that, in the same, a flanker of it essentially. So I have mulled over this for a long time. I will say it's a very, it's lovely, but it's not very unique as most of my fragrances are. They've got that typical fruity floral formula, but I just thought it's so pretty, and I actually snagged this one in a gift set. So it was this and then 100 milliliters of lotion for 20 bucks Canadian, so that was amazing. It was one of those fragrances I kind of regretted not getting when I could, and I had continued to think about it, and when I saw it with the gift set especially, I was amazed, and I would love to get the purple one and the gold one. I know the gold one is also lovely, so if you see that one, I would recommend picking it up. And it is worth noting that this was BCBG's first fragrance, so hopefully it's easy to find. It looks like it launched in 2011, and that has top notes of wild strawberry, black cherry, and French Cur Royal Cocktail, middle notes of jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, and violet, and then base notes of powdery nuances of iris root. So I'm a little on the fence about iris. It's not my favorite, but oh, it's just such a nice, sweet, like it's very floral, of course, but then you've got like this kind of bubblegum sweetness from the strawberry that kind of gives it like that fun kind of cheeky vibe. So continuing with the base notes, we've also got sandalwood and a sensual musky veil. So like I said, really happy to find this. I haven't been wearing it a ton, only because I've got a couple to test out, and this actually reminds me of another one I'm going to show you today. But yeah, like I said, recommend highly, really glad I kept my eye on it for a long time. Another fun scent I just got, and this was from Fragrance By. So I think this ended up costing me, I think it retailed for $25, and then I had free shipping, so that was always nice. Now this is kind of a early 2000s scent, if I recall. I like the bottle. It's very kind of sporty, and the only thing I kind of don't like is this weird lid. Like, look, the lid, that's where the sprayer goes, and you can literally like put your finger through it. So I'm not a big fan of that, but I do like the gradient. And this one, the notes are like a little more sporty and citrusy, and I will let you know what they are. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this is called Lacoste Touch of Pink. So anything with pink I'm usually pretty happy with. So as I figured, this was released in 2004, and you've got top notes of blood orange, coriander leaf, cardamom, and peach, and middle notes of jasmine, carrot, and spicy coriander. That is very interesting to me. And a woodsy musk base with vanilla. So coriander, hey, that sounds very... Alright, let's give her a spray. It's just like the perfect, like, sweet baby powder scent. It's just like kind of a nice, fun, powdery, doesn't take itself too seriously, like fresh and clean scent, and like I said, super cheap for this giant bottle. And this is just gonna be really nice, like for running out doing errands when you just want to feel like kind of put together. The vanilla I can definitely smell, and like the peach I'm very familiar with because Paris Hilton uses a lot of peach. So yeah, I wouldn't say this is a must-have, but really glad I picked it up, and it is super naughties, so if you are into those kind of scents and those brands, I would recommend it. Now, this fragrance I actually picked up secondhand. I don't typically do that only because I find there's not like a huge market here in Canada. So this is Britney Spears' Island Fantasy, and anything with this beautiful fantasy bottle I'm usually all for, and this is a 100 milliliter of course, and this it's just like a lovely fresh aquatic. It is very, very different from the original Fantasy. I could see people not liking this that liked the original Fantasy. It's not a gourmand by any means. It kind of reminds me of like a more minty, like mojito scent. Not being at the beach, but like everything that comes with the beach. Like I said, mojitos and pina coladas and the heat of the sun. Like I said, very different from the original. Happy to add it to my collection, and I'm going to read you the notes so you can decide for yourself. You've got top notes of citruses, mandarin, clementine, red berry, and watermelon. Middle of jasmine, violet, and freesia, and then base of musk and sugarcane. Sugarcane, that's very... I get all the fruit, I get all the watermelon. I wouldn't say I recommend it, but if you can find it, I found this for 10 bucks and I'm happy with that. So the next one, I've been mulling over for ages and ages. I wanted it since I saw it hit the market, but I was kind of like hesitant because it's like obviously full price and I have a ton like it, I'm sure, but I bit the bullet and I got it with my shopper's points. So this is called Sugarful, sorry, by Michel Germain, and he makes a lot of fragrances you might be familiar with. They kind of, in my opinion, look a little knockoffy, but he makes like, there's like Sexy Secret, there's like Sexual, there's like Sugar Daddy, he makes a whole bunch of these kind of funny fragrances. And this reminded me a lot, of course, of Pink Sugar, just looking at this imagery. But when you smell it, it's not like Pink Sugar. It is, I don't want to say better, but it's really nice. And it actually came with this Sugarful rollerball. Now I have seen this here in Canada packaged with a lip gloss, but the lip gloss I'm not interested in. I have enough lip gloss to sink a ship. So the rollerball is what I had my eye on, and I actually kind of had to like dig for this one. So if you're interested in this fragrance, I would try to get out now to get it because I'm not sure how long this gift of purchase is going to be on. It comes together like this, like packaged. So yeah, just keep an eye out for the rollerball if that's what you're interested in. So you open up this lovely little box, and it looks like one of those old school like sugar dispensers, or like the kind you see in diners. Isn't that cute? It's kind of like, for the price, I guess it kind of looks a little goofy, but the concept is just so cute that I couldn't resist. And the rollerball is a 10 milliliter, so it looks like this. Yeah, so that's really nice, and let's get down to the scent. So, this is just a lovely cotton candy strawberry scent. It's more elegant than some, but it really is like a sugary, strawberry, thick gourmand. Like, I really like it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's really not trying to be anything other than just a sweet, sugary fragrance. Like, I know Pink Sugar has like the licorice, and that kind of makes it not so juvenile in my experience. Like, that's what kind of holds it back from being too much for me. But the Sugarful is just like unapologetically sweet and candy. Oh, it smells like strawberry ice cream, if I had to explain it. This one has top notes of tangerine and wild strawberry, middle notes of pink peony and cotton candy, and then base notes of musk and sandalwood. So it's very simple. Like I said, I don't think it's for everyone. Please give this one a sniff if it might be something you're interested in. It is a little boom, hits you in the face. Now, the true stars of this haul are two that I had never heard of in my life. So first I came across this one at Shoppers called Noir. Seductive Noir. So I have hauled Seductive in the past, and I will link that below. I love Seductive. It's just a lighter, like sexier fragrance. It's not so heavy. I can't remember the notes off the top of my head, but when I saw this one at Shoppers for $20, I was like, I have literally never seen this, never heard of it, and I figured I would like it considering my love for the original. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned before, and I should do a collection video at some point, but Guess has never steered me wrong. Like, I never really dislike any of their fragrances. And this one is surprisingly lovely and elegant, and I've heard it compared to Guerlain, so that is something to consider. And this, I just think, is just so... it is a little like more deep and spicy and like deep vanilla. Another shocking thing about this fragrance was it was actually released in 2019. I did not see anything about this launching, and that's why I was so shocked to see it for so cheap. This has got top notes of bergamot, sage and peony, middle notes of iris. See, sometimes iris can be a bit much for me. Iris, jasmine sambac, and lily of the valley, and then base notes of velvet, Haitian vetiver, and vanilla. So I love it. I think it's definitely worth picking up. A wonderful nighttime fragrance if you don't already have one. For you to have both Seductives is kind of cool, one for day, one for night. And yeah, so keep your eye out for this guy. I had never seen it before. And the final star is this Guess Gold fragrance. So I've got it somewhere here. It's usually my work fragrance, but obviously we haven't been going to work, so I haven't been wearing it. But it's the Guess Original, which I passed over 100 times. And I saw this one the other day and I was like, what the hell is this? And it's in the same kind of box and it looks just like it. Look at this. Oh, it's literally a gold version of the silver that I have. And I remember saying I wasn't a huge fan of the packaging. So this was released in 2007, which I think was maybe close to when the original was released. Yeah, 2003. So this is by any means not a new fragrance, and unlike this one, who, you know, I might have missed it last year, but this is not a new fragrance, and I saw it pop up, I'd never seen it, and someone compared it in Fragrantica, or someone mentioned it smells like very Chanel, and yes, I completely agree. It gives me Chanel Chance vibes, like that freshness and like that little bit of sweetness, like that feminine, like perfect feminine scent. Like it just smells Chanel Chance I've wanted for a really long time, and for it to have like some sort of a dupe is great. So I'll read you the notes, you can decide for yourself. So you've got top notes of frozen citruses, apple, pineapple, touched with pink pepper, and then middle notes of hyacinth, jasmine, lotus, and rose, and then base of sandalwood, patchouli, amber, vetiver, and sensual musk. So doesn't that combination of ingredients sound amazing? It's like just enough. The citruses are not as extensive as the original, like that is very citrusy. This is more warm and like intimate and comfortable and just so feminine, and I was shocked to find this. So I actually found this at London Drugs. I bought it right away and I am not disappointed. So I would personally say like these were two of my favorite purchases this haul. And then of course, you know, the Sugarful I've had my eye on for a long time. But yeah, so that's everything I grabbed lately. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. And don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.